Have you ever met someone who seems to operate on a different wavelength? I mean, truly different. You're in a conversation, maybe at a dinner party or a work meeting, and while everyone else is skimming the surface, this person dives deep. They're not necessarily the loudest person in the room. In fact, they're often the quietest. But when they speak, their words have a certain weight, a precision that cuts through the noise. They might not have a wall cluttered with academic trophies or a resume that screams genius. They might not be the person who aced every exam or graduated at the top of their class. Our society has become incredibly efficient at measuring a certain kind of intelligence, the kind that excels at standardized tests and rote memorization. We've created a whole industry around it, with prep courses, rankings, and scores that we carry with us for life, like a brand. But that system, for all its structure, often misses the point entirely. It's like judging a master chef based on how fast they can chop an onion. Sure, speed is a skill, but it tells you nothing about their creativity, their understanding of flavor, or their ability to craft a meal that moves you. The people we're talking about, the ones on that different wavelength, they possess a unique quality that no test can quantify. It is a certain sharpness, a distinct and almost insatiable curiosity that sets them apart from the crowd. It's a way of seeing the world not as a collection of facts to be memorized, but as an intricate web of systems to be understood. They don't just accept information, they interrogate it. They poke and prod at ideas, looking for the seams, the inconsistencies, the hidden assumptions. We often associate a high IQ with the ability to produce correct answers quickly, as if intelligence were a race to a predetermined finish line. In this race, the path is clearly marked, the rules are simple, and the first one to the end wins. This model of intelligence is tidy, it's easy to measure, and it fits neatly into our competitive frameworks for school and work. Get the A, land the promotion. Solve the puzzle first. Yet this narrow definition misses the most fascinating, and frankly, the most useful part of a powerful intellect. What happens when there is no finish line? What happens when the path isn't marked, or when the goal itself is unclear? Real life is rarely a multiple-choice test. The most complex problems we face, in our relationships, our careers, and as a society, don't come with a pre-packaged set of correct answers. They are messy, ambiguous, and constantly evolving. This is where true intelligence reveals itself. It is not merely about the answers we have stored in our memory. It's not about recall, it's about discovery. And discovery doesn't start with an answer. It starts with a question. Think about it. A child asks, "Why is the sky blue?" That question sparked entire fields of physics. A scientist asks, "What if time and space are not absolute?" That question redefined our understanding of the universe. True intelligence is about the quality of the questions we dare to ask. It's about the courage to say, "I don't know, but I want to find out." It's the ability to look at something everyone else takes for granted and ask, "Why is it this way? Could it be different?" This inquisitive spirit is the engine of all progress, both personal and collective. It's what separates passive consumers of information from active creators of understanding. And here's the most empowering part. This kind of intelligence isn't some innate, mystical gift bestowed upon a chosen few. It is a skill. Or more accurately, it is a collection of skills, cultivated through practice. It is found in the daily habits that shape our perception and our interaction with the world. It's in how we read a book, how we listen in a conversation, how we structure our day, and how we reflect on our own thoughts. In this video essay, we will explore 7 surprising habits commonly found in people who think with exceptional clarity and depth. These aren't grand, life-altering transformations that require you to retreat to a monastery or earn a PhD. These are not complex, esoteric practices reserved for geniuses in isolated labs, surrounded by bubbling beakers and complex equations. Far from it. Instead, they are simple, observable behaviors that, when practiced consistently, compound over time to build a more robust and flexible mind. They are practical tools that anyone can adopt to enhance their thinking. These habits reveal a particular approach to understanding reality, an approach grounded in curiosity, humility, and a relentless desire for clarity. This brings us to a fundamental shift in perspective. We need to stop thinking of intelligence as a noun and start thinking of it as a verb. Intelligence is an activity, not a static trait. It is something you do, not something you are. It's a process of engaging with the world, of asking better questions, of connecting disparate ideas, and of constantly updating your own mental models. A high IQ isn't just about being good at tests. That's the starting block, not the whole track. True, effective intelligence is about how you think when there are no tests. It's how you question your own biases, how you seek out opposing viewpoints, and how you see the world not in black and white, but in an infinite spectrum of fascinating, interconnected grays. It's about building a mind that is not just a warehouse for facts, but a dynamic workshop for creating meaning. So let's explore the habits that can help us build that workshop, one practice at a time. Let's begin with what I believe is the most fundamental habit of a highly intelligent mind. It's not about having a vast library of facts at your disposal or a lightning-fast memory. It's something far more subtle, more foundational. It's the persistent, almost instinctual act of asking better questions. From our earliest days in school, many of us are trained in the art of the answer. We're conditioned to seek the single correct response, the one that fits neatly in the bubble on a test sheet. The entire system is often built around providing answers to questions that have already been formulated for us. It rewards speed and accuracy and recall, but it rarely rewards the curiosity that leads to a truly original question. We learn that the goal is to know, not necessarily to understand. The person with the most answers is seen as the smartest in the room. But this is a profound misunderstanding of what intelligence truly is. Because people who genuinely think differently, the innovators, the problem solvers, the artists, they aren't driven by having the right answers. They are driven by having the right questions. They understand that a question is not just a request for information. It's a tool for thinking. It's a lever that can pry open new perspectives and reveal hidden assumptions. The way you frame a question fundamentally determines the scope, depth, and creativity of the answers you receive. A poorly framed question can shut down possibilities before they even have a chance to be considered. A beautifully framed question, on the other hand, can unlock a universe of innovative solutions. It's the difference between looking for your lost keys only under the streetlight and asking if you might have left them inside the house in the first place. Let's take a simple corporate scenario. You run into a roadblock on a project. The standard, answer-seeking question is, what is the company policy on this issue? This question is passive. It seeks a rule to follow. It leads to a finite and often restrictive answer. You'll get a page number, a clause, and that's the end of the road. Your thinking is outsourced to the rule book. But a more intelligent mind reframes the inquiry. They start by asking, why was this policy created in the first place? What problem was it originally designed to solve? This is a far more powerful starting point. It's an archaeological dig into intent. This subtle shift from what to why is transformative. And it doesn't stop there. The next step is to launch into the future with what if. What if the original problem no longer exists? What if we could solve that original problem in a much better way now? What if we temporarily ignored the policy to test a new solution? You see the difference? What asks for a fact? Why investigates systems, histories, and motives? And what if launches 1,000 creative possibilities? It's the engine of innovation. We all have this ability innately. Think of a child who endlessly and sometimes maddeningly asks, why? Why is the sky blue? Why do birds sing? Why do I have to go to bed? That isn't an attempt to be difficult. It's the sound of a mind in its purest form of learning, trying to build a mental model of how the world works from the ground up. Highly intelligent adults don't lose this instinct. They refine it. They learn to direct that why with precision, aiming it at the hidden structures, the unstated assumptions, and the underlying incentives that govern any system, whether it's a piece of software, a business model, or a social convention. Let's make this practical. Imagine you're walking down the street and you see a huge line snaking out the door of a new coffee shop. The average answer-seeking question is simple. Is the coffee good? The answer is a simple yes or no. It's a consumer question. It gives you a verdict, but no insight. A better set of questions digs deeper. You start thinking like a strategist. Why did they choose this specific location? What's the foot traffic like? What are they doing differently in their marketing or branding that's creating this buzz? Beyond just coffee, what fundamental human need are they meeting? Is it a need for community? A quiet place to work? A feeling of being an insider? Then you jump to what if. What if they offered a subscription service for local residents? What if they partnered with the bookstore next door? Each of these questions is a small mental simulation. You're not just observing the world, you're actively deconstructing it and then reconstructing it with new possibilities. This is how you move from being a passive consumer of reality to an active participant in it. Your understanding becomes layered, strategic, and three-dimensional. So here is a micro exercise for you. For the next 24 hours, I want you to adopt a question-first mindset. Every time you encounter a piece of information, a news headline, a statement in a meeting, a fact from a friend, don't just accept it. Treat it as the start of a conversation. Pause and ask 3 simple follow-ups. First, who benefits from me believing this? Second, what is the alternative perspective here? And third, how could I, or someone else, test if this is true? Who benefits? What's the alternative? How can it be tested? This simple habit, practiced consistently, will fundamentally change the way you process the world. It forces you to engage, to analyze, and to see the hidden machinery behind the information you consume. It is the first and most powerful step toward thinking like a genius. Confusion isn't failure. It's a productive phase of deep learning. Sophisticated thinkers tolerate ambiguity to reach insight. They don't love being lost, but they're not afraid of it. Confusion is fertile ground. New skills feel clumsy and abstract at first. If you persist through disorientation, the brain is hard at work. It forms pathways, tests connections, builds a mental map. Clarity hits harder because of the struggle. Resist reflexive searching. Sketch, talk it out, or let it marinate. Productive confusion opens angles a quick answer hides. Tell yourself, this is interesting. I don't understand it yet. Give permission not to know, then engage again. Confidence in figuring it out is real strength. Highly intelligent people are meticulous experimenters. They reduce uncertainty with small, low-stakes tests. Break ideas into hypotheses. Test cheap, fast, and often. Minimize failure cost, maximize learning speed. Considering a design career? Start small. Try an hour of tutorials. Then one free project. Then a small paid gig. Each step gives valuable feedback. Want to wake earlier? Shift by 10 minutes for a week. Iterate. Test, learn, adjust. Failure becomes data, not a judgment. Pick one stuck area. What is the smallest, fastest, cheapest experiment you can run this week? Superior intellect shows in the willingness to change your mind with new evidence. It isn't weakness or inconsistency. It's commitment to getting it right. Truth over ego. Update mental models as data changes. A mind that can change is a mind that can learn. Hold convictions loosely. Treat them as hypotheses. Not this is the way things are, but based on what I know now, this appears to be the case. Respond to good counter-arguments with curiosity, not defensiveness. That's intellectual security. Great scientists examine contradicting evidence with rigor. They separate identity from ideas. Seek thoughtful opposing views. Ask, what evidence would change my mind? If the answer is nothing, that belief might be identity, not evidence. Intelligence also means seeing connections across fields. Feed your mind a diverse diet, not to be expert in everything, but to stock raw material for insight. Associative thinking powers creativity. A bigger palette yields better solutions. Borrow from biology to solve software. Use stagecraft to shape campaigns. A calligraphy detour shaped the Macintosh, art fused with tech. Form met function. Beauty became an edge. Follow curiosity without immediate utility. Add nodes to your mental network. Increase chances of aha moments. Diversity of inputs grows diversity of ideas. Knowledge needs structure. Mental models are portable frameworks to navigate reality. Effective thinkers collect, refine, and deploy models. They cut through complexity fast. Inversion. Define failure paths, avoid them, raise odds of success. First principles. Break down to fundamentals, reason up, pull models from many disciplines. A lattice work gives richer, more accurate views. When reading, extract principles, not just facts. Cross-apply to unrelated domains. Name it, define it, add an example. Over time, your kit becomes a thinking superpower. High-level thinking needs disciplined focus and real rest. The brain isn't a machine that runs at max forever. Create distraction-free blocks for deep work. Single task. Flow emerges when you go all in on one challenge. True rest restores. Doom scrolling drains. Let the mind wander. Diffuse mode solves problems in the background. Sleep consolidates memory and boosts cognition. Protect focus and rest with equal ferocity. Batch distractions outside focus blocks. Take a daily phone-free walk. Prioritize a full night of sleep. This rhythm prevents burnout and keeps your thinking sharp and creative. So, we've reached the end of our journey for today. We've walked through 7 habits that don't just make you seem smarter, but fundamentally reshape how you think. We've explored the idea that true intelligence isn't a fixed trait you're born with, like the color of your eyes. It's not about the speed of your calculations or the size of your vocabulary. It's a living, breathing practice. A skill you can cultivate, a muscle you can strengthen day by day. It begins with a shift in perspective. It's about choosing curiosity over the illusion of speed. It's about having the courage to ask better, deeper questions, instead of settling for the first answer that comes to mind. It's about learning to sit in that uncomfortable, yet incredibly fertile space of productive confusion, knowing that clarity often lies on the other side of complexity. We saw how the most effective thinkers act like scientists in their own lives. They run small experiments, turning their assumptions into testable hypotheses. They stay flexible, demonstrating the intellectual humility to value truth over the comfort of their own ego. They become master connectors, weaving together diverse ideas from different fields to create something entirely new. And they build a toolkit of mental models, not as a rigid set of rules, but as a versatile collection of lenses to see the world with more depth and nuance. Finally, they honor the natural rhythm of the mind, deliberately alternating between intense focus and restorative rest, understanding that insights often emerge when we step away. These 7 habits, woven together, form a powerful tapestry. But here's the most important part. High-level thinking is a practice anyone can cultivate. It doesn't require a PhD or a genius-level IQ. It requires intention. It requires patience. It requires treating your own mind as a garden that needs tending. So how do you begin? You don't need to overhaul your life overnight. The path to deeper thinking is paved with small, consistent actions. Start small. Start today. When you're faced with a problem, ask one extra why. Then ask it again. See how many layers you can peel back. When a question intrigues you, don't just Google it and move on. Sit with that question for 5 more minutes. Let it marinate. Let your mind wander without the pressure of an immediate answer. Try one tiny experiment this week. Is there a belief you hold about your productivity, your relationships, or your own abilities? What's the smallest possible way you could test it? Maybe it's trying a new morning routine for 2 days, or approaching a conversation with a different opening line. The goal isn't a groundbreaking discovery. It's to practice the motion of questioning and testing. Become a gentle observer of your own mind. Notice your patterns. Where do you get stuck? When do you feel defensive? What kinds of problems energize you, and which ones drain you? Simply noticing, without judgment, is a profound act of intelligence. Keep a small notebook, physical or digital, and jot down these observations. You'll be amazed at what you learn. Based on what you notice, make one small change. Just one. If you realize you always reach for your phone when you feel bored, try putting a book there instead. If you notice you avoid asking for help, make a tiny, low-stakes request. Each small adjustment is a vote for the person you are becoming. If this exploration into the architecture of thought resonated with you, I invite you to join our community of curious minds. Subscribe for more deep dives into how the mind really works and how we can use that knowledge to live richer, more intentional lives. And if you found value here, please like, save, and share this video. You might just send it to someone who loves psychology or who is on their own journey of intellectual growth. These small acts of sharing help our community grow and allow us to create more content like this. To make sure you don't miss our next exploration, be sure to turn on notifications. We have so much more to uncover together. Finally, I'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below and let me know. Which of these 7 habits will you try to practice first? Or perhaps, which one already feels like a part of your thinking style? I read every single reply, and your insights are a vital part of this ongoing conversation. Thank you for thinking with me today. Question, confusion, test, flex, mix, model, rest. I'll read every reply.